Hey guys, welcome to VNX Gaming. Today I've got something completely different to what I've normally had on this channel. I've got GTA 5 on PC running on in the background, and what I thought I'd show you is the settings that you need to actually run GTA 5 at. Most of you are probably thinking, oh my god, my PC is no way near good enough to run GTA 5, but I'm going to actually show you today that that's not the case. Rockstar have actually done a really good job at making this game run on even the most standard of PCs. I've not actually got the most amazing PC in the world. It's decent enough. It's actually got an Intel i7 4790K processor in there. Not done any overclocking with it just yet. It's running at the stock 4 GHz and turbos to 4.4 GHz. In there also I've got a GTX 970. I've also in there got 16 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance RAM, and that about tops off everything inside my PC. Right, so I think it's time to get on with the results from the benchmarks. As you can see from the first graph here, we've got 3 bars, one for the average, one for the maximum and one for the minimum FPS. The main one you want to be looking at here is the average one, which is the grey bar. These graphs confirm what we already really know. Running at very high obviously is going to reduce your FPS, but getting 24 FPS on very high on 4K at this day and age with the standard setup is actually, I think, quite an achievement for a new game like GTA 5. 24 FPS is definitely a playable frame rate for you guys who want to play on the max settings, but for anybody else I would probably recommend trying to stick to at least 30, and possibly even go for 60 FPS. But not all of you will have 4K monitors, and you might want to be playing at 1440p. So what we can see here, the very high resolution, we've got a frame rate on average of 45 FPS. That's playable. I'd probably keep going for my sweet spot of at least 60, which is around high settings. Again, very high seems to be pushing it too much. Doesn't really matter what resolution you're playing, very high seems to be pushing it. And finally we get on to the 1080p resolution. So this is what most people will be playing at. 63 FPS very high is definitely a solid FPS to be playing at. 88 FPS is what we've got at high, and 100 FPS at normal. One thing I have noticed from watching all the benchmarks, there isn't that much of a visible difference between high and normal. If you're a guy who likes to be on max settings, stick with high. If you're someone who's not that bothered about sacrificing a few FPS, then go to normal. You'll get a much better experience if you're playing on 1080p, 1440p or 4K. And that is it guys. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to subscribe, there will be more of these to come in the future. Leave a note below what games you'd maybe like me to focus on, and hopefully you guys will hear from me soon.